Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It's Thursday, July 28th, 2022. My name's Jennifer Cotton. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas. That means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So welcome. Thank you for being here. If you stumbled upon this channel accidentally for the first time, thank you very much. I hope you will watch and feel free to like, subscribe, thumbs up, all that stuff. I want to say good morning to Jody. First one I saw over on YouTube this morning. Jody, good morning. And then Brenda is here and Jean in North Dakota. Good morning, everybody. Jean already shared this video. Thank you very much. Jackie, good morning. Elaine, hey. Becky, good morning. Let's see, Jen in rainy Arizona. Hopefully that's some good rain, Jen. Very nice. Pat, good morning. Hey, Lori in Minnesota. Thank you for sharing. All right. Good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for being here. As a reminder, after this video post in YouTube, I will add timestamps below for you to be able to skip to whatever section you want, skip to the stamping, etc. So I will add those for you in the replay on YouTube. And as you come on this video, on replay, here live, on YouTube, on Facebook, please say hi. That will help me, first of all. And second of all, it will help you have a chance to win the projects I'm making today. Today, I'm actually making 5 cards and a box from the Wonderful World stamp set, which is so much more impressive stamped than looking at this box. So wait till you see that. It comes with this gorgeous designer paper called Wonderful World, which I will show you when I start stamping. And both of those are free with purchase right now while supplies last. So that's what I'll be making my projects with. And if you comment on the video on either platform, you will be entered to win those projects. Now, if you share the video, you get entered again. Both of those things help me very much in my business. So thank you very much for doing that. But make sure you comment that you shared, because both platforms won't tell me who shared. Also, over on YouTube, if you subscribe, I can see that, so you'll get entered for that. And then, but if you hit the notification bell and give a thumbs up on YouTube, I won't know. So comment that you did that so I can know to enter you again. All of those things help me. This is my full-time job, by the way. I've been doing Stampin' Up as a business for 20 years, full-time for probably 18 years. And so everything helps. So thank you guys very much. Annette, good morning. New to me. Thank you, Annette. Thanks for being here. Sandy, hello. Hey, Facebook user. So I'm using my phone again as a camera for my stamping portion. I'm going through a lot of camera issues. I've returned 3 cameras to Amazon, which is not Amazon's fault, but, you know, to whatever. I've gone through 3 cameras that just won't focus right. So long story short, I'm using my phone again. We're going to see how that goes. But that means I can't look at my phone to see who's watching over on my VIP Facebook group. And that's where I can't see your names a lot. So anyway, good morning. Hey, Pat. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, Pat. I've been thinking I need to text you and see what's up. But thank you for sharing. Hey, Terry. Good morning to you, my friend. Good to see you. Hey, Debbie in College Station. Cool. Lorna. Ooh, hi, Lorna. Hope you're watching with Debbie. And hey, Barbara in Connecticut. Okay, so since this is my full-time job, I offer tons of events that you can take advantage of in person for some, to go for all. So you can take these all over the U.S. All of my events are going to include a PDF tutorial. We're going to cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible currently. You will cut your own designer paper if that's included with the fee. And all offered to go, most offered PDF tutorials. I have a PDF store on my blog, stamптherapist.com. I'll put a link to that in this video. later on YouTube. And then I have 4 classes every single month. So I offer lots of stuff, but what's guaranteed every month that you know I'm going to have is card class, Stamp a Stack class, sampler class, and scrapbook class. All 4 of those every month. And those are where it says here, monthly classes, 3 options. In person to go, and you can even take it to go and check out the supplies from me and stamp at your house if you live local here in Texas. So what did I just see that I wanted to comment on? Hold on. Oh, join my email list. If you want to join my email list, which there is a link for in the video up here on Facebook, down here on YouTube, you will get actual registration links emailed to you, and pricing and all that stuff. But I have picked out my classes for August. Those 4, they're going to happen on August 20th in person in DeSoto, Texas. You can also take it to go and pick it up from me, or if you want it mailed, it will be mailed August 22nd. Those are the 4 I just mentioned. So card class, we're going to use the Ringed with Nature bundle. I love this bundle so much. There is a matching designer paper you can get free right now with purchase while supplies last. So I'll be using that paper too. And please, knock on wood, I hope it lasts until August 20th when I hold my classes. But I have some in stock here. So you'll get some of that with your card class, 4 cards for $15, free with a $20 order. And yes, you can take it to go. Scrapbook class, we're going to make 3 12 by 12 pages. We always make 3 12 by 12 pages, 2 that match, 1 that's a single, and then you make the matching one the next month, or you made it the previous month. So this month we'll be making 2 that are generic using the Ringed with Nature bundle. And I use Alphabest almost every month now. So Alphabest bundle, it's an alphabet. So that could be on both pages. Anyway, and then we'll make a single Halloween page with the Bewitching bundle. And then next month in September, we'll make page 2 to that. Okay, so that's $15. It's a great deal, free with a $20 order. You do pay shipping for these classes. So that's all in my registrations. If you have any questions, let me know. Hey, Allison, good morning. Hey, Liz, good to see you. Another Facebook user, good morning. And the little sunshine emoji. Hey, Charlotte, good morning. And you have sunshine as well. A different room. Oh, you must, I don't know who this is. Hold on. These things are moving. Quit moving. Right here. I don't know who said that, but I did redo 2 walls in this room, this one and the one to my left here. And I actually have some videos on TikTok. I told you guys about this last week. I have over 30 videos on TikTok since last week. And I highly recommend you guys go check them out. And it includes some room tour videos. They're like 3 minutes max. Most of them are less than 30 seconds. Maybe 30 seconds to a minute. So anyway, go check it out. Okay, Charlotte, good morning. Terry, yes, only through July 31st. You can still register to attend in person. And I'll talk about that today, of course. Charlotte, good morning. So now I'm confusing myself. Thanks for sharing, Terry. Hey, Linda, good morning. Mary, good morning. Mary Ann, good morning. Hannah, oh, that's weird. I guess you might have switched over so I can see your name now, Hannah. But hello. And no pink shirt. Yes, I stopped liking how I looked on camera in that pink, so I switched to black. But it is a team t-shirt. It says the Stamp Therapist on it. But it's black. And I actually have new ones coming. Our team is currently able to order new team shirts, and it's going to be a white logo and a round neck. And there's pink and black. I'm getting both. FYI, if you're on the team or join, I think we have like 5 or 6 more days to order shirts. So join today, order your shirt tomorrow. Okay. Side note, honey. Hey, Kathy, good morning. Okay. So the other 2 classes, they're priced differently. Sampler, I'll show you last month's sampler, which is July, which I love. So cute. I still have a kit available if anyone wants that. It's 12 by 12. You frame it. You hang it in your house. You give it as a gift. You decorate your craft room, you switch it out. That's what I do anyway, switch it out in the one shadow box, or you might have 2 or 3 in your house that you switch out. But anyway, it's $28. You get over $20 in merchandise. We cut, die cut, punch, and boss. I have a video over on TikTok going through this kit just to show you how we cut it, how we package it in order, etc. So that's $28. This month, our main, and it's a club as well, by the way. So you can join the club or just take it. Same price. The difference is if you join the club, after 6 months, you get $25 in free merchandise of your choice from me. So this month, our main sampler will be Splendid Thoughts Bundle. That's the one. If you join club, you'll get that one. If you're in club, you'll get Splendid Thoughts, which is these products here. I think it's going to just make a gorgeous sampler, nice and generic, nice, beautiful home decor, etc. But I'm going to offer a second additional sampler if you want a Halloween sampler using the Bewitching bundle. So 2 samplers are going to be offered in August. You can register for one or both. And if you're in club, you will get Splendid Thoughts, but you can, of course, add on Bewitching with no extra shipping cost. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. It'll be, by the way, I haven't set up links for any of this stuff yet. So that's going to be coming by August 1st in my newsletter. So make sure you sign up for that newsletter. It's really long. The 1 email a month is really long. But just scroll and see what you're interested in. But it has all the links and all the descriptions to all the events. So now there's an email going out at 1 o'clock today with a wrap up from this video, and it has links to everything that currently is available to register for, including that retreat. It just doesn't have the ones I'm talking about at this moment because I haven't set them up yet because it's time consuming, and I got an awesome share party this weekend and some family things I have to take care of, and so it just hasn't got done yet. Anyway, okay, that was that one. And then Stamp a Stack is a Christmas card series right now. The stack means multiple cards. I think I forgot to pull the ones, I guess, from this month, although I think I can go grab them real quick. It's 12 cards, 4 designs, 3 of each. In August, we will be using the Spruced Up bundle. So cute. It's got like ornaments and spruce images, and it's really cute and pretty. So I think you're going to like that. 12 cards for only $30. You get over 20 in merch. We cut, die cut, punch, and boss for you, etc., etc. So that's a club as well, just like sampler. You can join. You can take it individually. All the info will be in my emails. Let me know if you need any of that info or the links. And you want to register for those 2 by August 14th. That is your deadline, August 14th, to join club or just buy the class. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Okay, let me go grab the ones from last month because I think they're right here. Yes. I think I meant to pull them out of this box. Someone's checking out this tub in a couple of days, so they're still in the tub. These were the ones for this month with the Trimming the Tree bundle, I think it's called. And you made 12 of those. So anyway, any questions, let me know. Okay. Hey, Stella. Hey, Carmen. Hey, Debbie. Ooh, Terry, that would be awesome for us and you. Is her birthday in August? I can't remember. And then we have, we do have a retreat coming up in April as well, but the August one is sooner. Hey, Nora, good to see you as well. Okay, so I need to check off where I am. My paper is so jumbled today. Okay, registration is opening Saturday. If you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you happen to be going to be in Arlington, Texas on November 12th, which happens to be the same day Stampin' Up! Is having an event in Arlington, Texas on November 12th, you can come to the after party with Alejandra Gomez and me, Jennifer Cotton. We're calling it Creating with Friends, and it's the on-stage after party with the Creating with Friends. We are your friends, by the way. It's an hour after on stage ends, so you can go grab a meal and then come right back over. It's literally you walk across the sidewalk from the convention center into the hotel where our event is, the Sheraton in Arlington. And you're going to get, with this event, a goodie bag, make and takes, which is 2 classes that you can use in your business or just using your personal, whatever. Gifts, of course, there's an optional organized swap, there's prizes, there's displays. It's offered to go because by request, we honestly didn't even think of that at first. And then people started requesting it. Maybe you're going to go to on stage at a different location and you want to take this to go, or maybe you can't afford on stage, but you can afford our event, etc. So that's for any Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Right now, it's currently only open to our teams, Alejandra and I. And then we'll open it Saturday to the demonstrator base. Of course, space is limited for the in-person, not for to-go. So register as soon as you can. But if you are not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, we have a lot of fun as demonstrators. We are getting to go to these events all over the U.S. in November. I know there's one in California and Florida and other locations. And we can attend any one we want if you just get that starter kit. Like, you don't have to have a certain number of sales. You don't have to be like amazing, nothing. Like, you don't have to even buy anything. You can join as long as you're active. You can sign up for this event on August 9th, I believe. That's the registration date. And the event is November 12th. It's fun. Like, all of us demonstrators are so excited to go to this event. Of course, you're going to get products, see catalogs first, see stamping demonstrations. You will see some business tips. You'll mingle with top demonstrators in the company. Like, it's amazing. So that's a side note to get you to join the team. But if you already are a demonstrator, look at Alejandra and I's event. So we'll be emailing it out. We still haven't decided, either Saturday or Monday, one or the other. And we're probably going to release it to our paper share party on Saturday as well. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. It is for demonstrators only, so just remember that. Okay. On the Creating with Friends, how far is this from the airport? It is about 20 to 30 minutes max. Just depending on traffic, obviously. It's Arlington, Texas is where the event is from DFW. So it's 20 to 30 minutes, which someone helped me out with that on last week's Facebook Live with the time, the drive. So I guess 20 to 30 miles as well. And yeah, it's very close. So yeah, any questions, just let me know. I feel like I was going to say something else about that event, but yeah, I mean, like about the airport thing. Okay, so retreats. Terry and I have been talking about the retreats here. April McCright and I, my retreat partner, she's awesome. We have a retreat coming up that you can take to go if you can't come in person, like we're hoping Terry and her sister can. Which, by the way, let me go back up. I saw you said when your sister's birthday was. I thought you said it. Yes, August 1st. Woohoo. Okay, so happy birthday. But anyway, the retreat, you can come take it in person in Temple, Texas. And you will get a $50 goodie bag, a bag, gifts, a table, like a huge table. Do I have it written down here? It's like 2.5 feet by 8 feet and lots of space in between the rows of tables. So it's not all crowded. You'll get all your meals starting, I believe, Friday night for dinner. You can take an optional massage. 11 make and takes. I counted wrong. There's 11, etc., etc. And then April and I offer optional add-on classes as well. And those are completely optional, whether you're going in person or to go. And you can even take only those classes. So I'm going to give you a sneak peek here again. Turn this camera down. So this was that sampler I showed you. Uh-oh, did the screen Okay. Whew, it looked like it froze up. This is a sneak peek of the retreat. So the first things here are my class. It is a Ringed with Nature class where we will make 6 cards, gift tags, and a bag for your gift tags. Each of these classes includes over 35 in merchandise. And again, you can take only the class if you don't want to take the retreat portion. And if you're going in person, you can add on these classes as well, that's really cool because we have all these supplies. We have all the stamps mounted. We have ink, like it's just like a class, but it's set up in the retreat center for you to complete over the course of the weekend at your leisure time. So that's my class. April's class is using, these are not the cards. Her cards are super pretty, by the way, but it's the Splendid Thoughts bundle, and it's a Stamp-A-Stack where you'll make 12 cards. And they're gorgeous. I've seen them. I just don't have samples of them yet here. So those are the 2 classes. This is the retreat make and takes using the Hello Harvest bundle and the Soft Seedlings stamp set. You're going to make 11 projects. You're going to have a PDF tutorial. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss. Check out this die right here, by the way. This is I have mine over here somewhere. Right here. Split card textures die, or dies. There's 2 of them. These are low inventory. Again, they already ran out once. They got more in. That's when I got mine because I didn't even think I needed them at first. And they're back on low inventory. That's just a total side note. But look how it just fits right on the piece for the front of a card. And it die cuts out this amazing opening. Anyway, total side note. But we'll die cut that for you for this class, of course. Thank you, Landa. And, oh my gosh, my camera. Or is it my camera? I don't know what's going on with this. So you're going to make 11 make and takes, a bunch of cards, of course, a sampler that I think is gorgeous personally, a banner, a gift card holder, a box, and 2 12x12 scrapbook pages. So, I would register for this. And over $50 in merchandise and a bag that's personalized and exclusive to this event, which April makes. We don't have those yet. And a PDF tutorial and the gifts, which we know what our gifts are. We just have to get them all decorated and bought and whatever. So hopefully I encouraged you enough. And again, if you can take that to go or in person. If y'all have any questions. Hey, Cindy. I don't want to say Terry. Whatever. I know I've been talking to Terry, but I was literally reading Cindy. Thanks for sharing, Cindy. Hey, Pam. Okay. So that's the retreat. Oh, by the way, Sunday is the final deadline, no matter what. Sunday for in-person or to go. That's the deadline. Sunday, July 31st, this Sunday. Did I make that clear? Okay, coming soon. These are events that I'm setting up my links for by August 1st when I send out my newsletter. Holiday Extravaganza, September 10th, in person and to go. Bingo, September 22nd on Zoom. So anyone in the U.S. can take that. And the Jen and Jen Stamp Camp on September 24th, which will be online. It will include a Facebook party and 2 optional classes. So all of that, I'll be setting up my links, getting you in my email, all the details, etc. So, mark your calendars. But this just jogged my memory. I wanted to say about the Demonstrator event. If you take it to go, we're mailing it after the in-person event, after November 12th, which is the same thing for the Holiday Extravaganza. If you take that to go, it gets mailed after September 10th, like the Monday after. So, totally forgot to say that. All right, almost done here. Don't forget, we have stamping cruises, crafting cruises, whatever you want to call them. They are out of Galveston, Texas. This is April McCright and I do these together. We're really good retreat and event partners, by the way. So we've got it down, I think, now. We've been doing it so many years. Allure of the Seas, January 2023. Harmony of the Seas, January 2024. 2023 has a wait list, but I would get on the wait list if you want to go. 2024 still has openings. And no, but like your entire party does not have to do the crafting portion. That's optional. So you can bring your family, your spouse, your best friend who doesn't craft. Crazy. Your sister who doesn't craft, your brother who doesn't craft, whatever the deal is. But anyone who wants to craft can, as space allows. And then you can hang out with them when you're not crafting. So hopefully that makes sense. The crafting portion includes 6 full separate classes. We use 3 or 4 different stamp sets and bundles, which will be from a new catalog that's not even released yet. So we don't know what we're using yet. Games, prizes, giveaways, t-shirt, gifts, bag, it's all included with your fee. So let me know if you have questions on that. It's amazing. It's so much fun. I just realized it said scroll down for more comments. Oh, Marcia, is that you watching in rehab? Man, you need to update me. You need to like private message me, Marcia, and update me. Hey, Terry, good to see you. Terry, Dana is. Last time it wasn't Dana and at this place, but this time it is Dana. So yes, and Dana will be there in case you want to say hi to Dana. Like she'll be there all weekend. Hey, Carol. And thank you for sharing. Hey, Facebook user in Mansfield. Terry says, I'm so organized. I have an illusion of being organized. Behind the scenes, ask Landa and Shirley and Karen. It's a hot mess. But thank you for saying that, Terry. We shoot for organization. Hey, Betty. Hey, Shannon. Thanks for sharing, Betty. Hey, Robin. Thank you for sharing. Kathy, good morning. Cindy, good morning. Okay, so I think those are all my events that are coming up soon. Like I said, all offered to go, some in person. And then don't forget about Paper Pumpkin. This is the craft box in the mail that you can get every month from Stampin' Up, but you can, of course, join it through me. The August kit is sunflower themed. I don't know if I have the name written down. Let me see if I do. Up here. Yeah, I don't. Oh, here we go. The Sweet Sunflowers Paper Pumpkin Kit. You're going to make 9 cards, I think. I like totally can't read my notes right now. You're going to get 2 inks this time instead of 1. You're going to have an all new twist technique to make your floral designs come alive with depth and detail. You're going to get 8 free honeycomb sheets, gold honeycomb sheets as a gift. It's going to be awesome. So how you get that is you can either subscribe, which is actually cheaper because there's no extra shipping when you subscribe. It's $23.50 plus tax only. The box includes a stamp set that you can't buy anywhere else. It includes instructions, accessories, adhesive, tissue paper. Actually, let me just put it down here. It'll be easier since I actually have the spot clear right now. Stamp set, adhesive, ink. You'll get 2 in August. All the pieces you need to punch out and stamp on or attach to your cards. Card bases, if it's cards. Sometimes it's not, but they tell us ahead of time now. Your envelopes. I have a video where I go through this last box over on TikTok, by the way. So there it is. Or that's last month's, but why this camera is the face down camera glitching for you guys? I'd be interested to know because I'm really trying to figure out what kind of camera to use for my hands. It's getting annoying over here. But anyway, so $23.50. There's a link in the video, up here for Facebook, down here for YouTube to subscribe. Or if you don't want to do that, you can go to my store. And I think this may have actually changed. I need to check this graphic. But you basically want to search for other products, kits, Paper Pumpkin. I think it actually looks different now. I need to check that. I think it looks slightly different. But it is on my store, and that's called prepaid paper pumpkin, where you just buy 1, 3, 6, or 12 months worth, but you do pay shipping. So let me know if you have any questions. The deadline is the 10th of every month. August 10th is the deadline to get that kit. Okay, so specials. We have a tax holiday coming up in some states in the United States. Let me see. I want to put the camera down. So there is a tax holiday. I know you can't read this, but I put a link to this document in my email that goes out at 1 today, and on my blog post that goes out at 11 a.m. today. So Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Illinois, MA. Oh my God, I'm showing my stupidity. Maryland, Massachusetts, MS, MO. I'm just going to read initials. NM. I know most of these. OH, PR, SC, TN, TX, VA, WV. All those states have tax holidays, but they all have their own little rules. So Stampin' Up! Tells you on this chart what products are eligible, what products are not, and the dates. And there's more info up here. So check it out. Basically, you won't pay tax on these products if you order through Stampin' Up!, through a demonstrator, or through yourself, whatever the deal is, on these dates and these states. Cool? Cool. And then, of course, we have celebration going on. So I have my basket that I always take to my in-person events with all of the celebration products in it. And just so people can see them in person. They're most of them are free with purchase, which is $50 order or $100 order, no limit. Spend, you know, 100, pick 2 50s or 100, 150, like no limits, mix and match however you want, etc. They are while supplies last. One product has sold out, but what's left is the gorgeous gold and silver. That's what it's called, I think. Silver and gold specialty paper, 6x6, free with 50, free with 100. The dies I used last week, Tree Lot dies. Hippest Hippos, of course, free with 50. Stamp set, gorgeous, or adorable, I should say. Stylish sketches, that's a gorgeous stamp set, free with 50. Amazing phrasing, free with 100. The old double set of stamps there. Stamp set, super cute. Of course, the hippo dies, free with 50. The paper I showed last week, Rings of Love, 12 by 12 designer paper, free with 50. Put that back in there. And then what I'm using today is free with 100, the Wonderful World bundle. So I'll show that. So you can get all that through August 31st or while supplies last. The Perfect Pomegranate Stamp Set is free with a $300 order. I have this like sign for my events. Free with order or purchase of 300. Purchase or party. Purchase or party. So if you get your friends together and combine. And then, of course, the Making Plans Planner Kit is free to anyone who gets our starter kit. So it's going to come with the 3 journals, the planner stamp set. Of course, these are exclusive items to this promotion. The actual planner, faux leather, got the little closure there. The pages to make an 18-month calendar starting July. And these are all my extra pages that I don't have in here yet because they don't all fit. The rest of the months, blank pages, etc. They do fit, FYI, into our craft album. So when you get that starter kit, you're going with this special, you're getting $232 of merchandise for for exactly $99 plus tax. That's it. $99 plus tax. Just put something down here so I can have something for you to look at while I'm talking. $99 plus tax, free shipping. You'll get $125 in merchandise of your choice. You'll get a free past paper pumpkin kit, and you'll get that planner, which is a $45 value. So with tax and shipping, that's $232, at least with Texas tax rate where I live. And then you'll be part of the team, at least temporarily. You don't have to buy, you don't have to sell, you don't have to do videos, but you can do whatever you want, as much or as little. Of course, there's team perks, incentives. I'm actually going to show you some team stuff over here on my left, like events and things we have had recently or have coming up. Actually, that's kind of what I'm going to show now. Anyway, if you want to join, let me know. There's no obligation. Can demonstrators order the planner kit? Debbie, not anymore. That was a limited time that we could order it. That's how I have it before celebration started. So June, I believe. So it's no longer available to purchase. The only way people can get it is with that starter kit. Okay, so this is a quick side note. I showed the rugged icons dies on here one day. I was just like, look at these dies I got. Aren't they cute? And I said I didn't know what this was, and I thought it was some kind of musical instrument. And then I saw a sample someone made, and I was like, oh my gosh, I sounded so dumb on that video. It is a beard and a mustache. I just wanted to correct myself. And in case you didn't know, and you want a beard and a mustache die, it's in the rugged icons, which also has mountain, drill, guitar, and fishing pole with a fish on it. But there is a beard. And then I was going to show y'all these two, and I saw it in my retreat sample and showed you there. But these are just a couple of dies I've purchased recently. Split card textures. Those are, like I said, already, but low inventory again. So check that out. And then I showed a sneak peek of this card on, I think on my Facebook page a while back. And now I can share it. You can turn your hippo from Hippest Hippos into a skiing hippo by just taking the snorkel pieces. Yeah, it's just a snorkel. So basically what we did was we die cut 2 snorkels. We hand cut off the little circle that's at the end of the snorkel that you, I guess, stick in your mouth. And then we just cut skinny strips of, this is the Starry Sky cardstock of Starry Sky, and glued those little snorkel circles onto it for the ski poles. And you can make ski glasses out of the goggles. So I thought that was cute. This was a team incentive make and take packet. Every quarter we have team incentives, and they can earn a free event from me. So everyone who earned it got, of course they have requirements. They have to register in time and all that, but they got this make and take packet mailed to them, and then we got together on a Zoom and stamped together and played bingo for prizes. Okay, so these are all with Hippest Hippos. And hopefully you like them. So this one actually was my design for the event. And I didn't really like it. Like, it was okay, but I didn't really like it. But it was at a point where it was, I just couldn't. I had to go with this. And so during the event, you know, I'm on Zoom with 20 other Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, and I'm like, hey, y'all, how can we fix this card? So we all brainstormed and made some changes. And some people made their own changes completely different from this. But we used the same supplies, basically. We added some designer paper here because they had received like a partial pack anyway. So they had enough. And we basically fixed it. We changed these hippos from black to smoky slate so they wouldn't be so dark. Turned it a different direction. Changed the color. Left off good looking. Hey, good looking. So anyway, there we go. So that was a team incentive. And I'm going to try to blog these pictures. I have the pictures, just making a blog post. That's my thing. Anyway, there we go. Hippest Hippos, more ideas there. Then one of their gifts was this little treat thing I made. I just wrapped some designer paper around these adorable candies. I guess they're called candy. Happy Hippo from Kinder. And so let me show you what those are. Kinder Happy Hippo. I've never eaten these before. I still haven't because I don't eat grains. But though my friend was like, just eat the inside, which I just haven't tried it yet. But anyway, these are on Amazon. I have them in my Amazon store. So if you go to my blog, stamptherapist.com, across the top, you will see, there's the blog address, stamptherapist.com. Across the top, you'll see a bunch of categories: tutorial store, events, home, and you'll see Amazon links. And you can go there if you want to get some of these, because don't they match the hippos so well? Now for that one, I did not have time to, actually my stamps weren't here was the deal, but to stamp a hippo. I forgot why my stamps weren't here, but maybe they were, I can't remember. They were not available to me though. So I didn't put a hippo on this, but it just says you're absolutely amazing. But I did have another team incentive event for my Silver Elites and above. If you reach a certain title, you get even more perks from me and Stampin' Up. And so I made this one for them. This is that Stampin' Up envelope treat box. So we're just going to slide the ribbon off here. You could untie it as well. These boxes sort of I don't know what you call it, but they're hinged together. Right? These little flat things. So I just attached the hippo to the top. And look, it fits 2 Happy Hippo Kinder candies, whatever we can call these, cocoa, perfectly. So this is the Stampin' Up envelope flap. I'm going to mess up the name. It's in our holiday catalog. So you can close it back. Anyway, I'm going on a long time about these gifts, but there we go. There's another hippo gift. And then at that event, the Silver Elite dinner that we had, and we also do it on Zoom every 6 months for our long distance, we had a card swap that was optional. But look at these cards we received. And in fact, I think most of them are like, you know, they have something on the inside. They have something going on. So this was from Sandy. This one is Tracy. Hers has a nice die cut right flap there. See? Super cute. This one was, I don't think I wound it back up. This is from Robin. I'm trying to watch my other camera because on one side it keeps showing me that my screen is freezing, but I think it's not online, like in streaming. I don't know. Anyway, this is, I don't know what you call this, but you wind up the design and then you put it in the envelope, and when people open it, it spins. And it's just 2 hippos glued together with a string in between, like a really skinny thread. Isn't that cute? So that was from Robin. This one is, let me see, Alejandra. Gorgeous, of course. You can tell that's an Alejandra card if you know her style. This one was from Carrie, using the camper dies. This was mine. I showed this on Facebook last week. I knew it was my swap at the time. Look at this one. It uses those awesome dies that are currently low inventory. Oh gosh, I can't remember. This is either Evelyn. Yep, this was Evelyn's. I was trying to remember the last 2 people. Isn't that gorgeous with the hippos? And then last but not least, Mary Ann. Okay, so this is using the stuff we're using today. Wonderful World. Okay, so there we go. And then last but not least, as far as team stuff coming up, we're having our team meeting this weekend. Next weekend. And we're having a special event. We have a special guest from Stampin' Up coming. So these are the make and takes that people can purchase. By the way, this is the Wonderful World stuff. And it's totally optional, but it's a really low price. It's $7 plus shipping if you want it mailed to you. Make and takes each month. And then this class, which that's it. Quick sneak peek, is a sampler class I'm offering to them at an incredibly reduced price for a sampler class, because we want to gather for longer basically and have something to do. So there we go. Now let's get started stamping. Oh, I forgot to go back to comments. Are you able to show us the dies for the envelope box? That's not a die, Terry. That's the beauty of it. I'm glad you asked. The envelope box is this. It is pre-made. They're super thick. They're called envelope treat boxes. You get 10 boxes and 20 stickers, which I haven't used my stickers yet, for whatever the price is. Not expensive. So you just fold, you know, it's extremely easy to put together. You literally, oh no, it goes this way. I think I do it backwards every time. You literally peel these 3M protective coatings off and do that and to the 4 flaps, and it's put together. And then there's a little slit right here to close this part, and then you do these interlocking things. It's so easy. Pre-made, and they're super thick. No dye, which I like. I can just pull it out of the thing and make it, yes. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna catch up here. Love the hippo, Stacy. I agree. Hey, Facebook user watching on YouTube. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Betty. Thanks, Pat. Thank you. Stella loves this skiing hippo. It was when I was die cutting to get silver glasses on the outside part, and I saw that other silver thing, and I was like, what? That is totally a ski goggle. And then, but I've never skied, so I Googled ski goggle, and I was like, yes, I'm right. It's a ski goggle. Okay, so for my projects today, oh, Carol, your husband is a skier. Awesome. I really need to post the pictures, you know, in case anyone does want to copy. Not that I think I'm that great, but no shave November, Robin. Exactly. I can't believe, I mean, I do believe it actually, that I didn't realize that was a beard. But I saw it was a card that I think Kylie Bertucci's husband, Bruno, had made. And I was like, where is that? Where did that come from? Oh, it's those dies that I have, which I bought those to use for last month's scrapbook class, and then I didn't use them. But so another time. Hey, Stacy, late, no problem. Kathy loved July's paper pumpkin. Agree, and she shared the video. Thank you. No clutching. What was it? No glitching. Okay, thank you, guys. Yeah, so it must be on the app I'm using on the camera on the computer, which is totally fine if it's fine on Facebook. Okay, so wonderful world designer paper, gorgeous. It's 12 by 12. It's free with the stamp set with a $100 purchase through August 31st or while supplies last. I'm going to use it in all my cards today, all my projects. It's got this gorgeous Orchid Oasis, rich razzleberry, melon mambo. I'm trying to remember the official colors, but I'm going to read the back because I don't want to say them wrong. I know those ones I said for sure. So pretty. Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Melon Mambo, Mossy Meadow, Orchid Oasis, Pear Pizzazz, Rich Razzleberry, Sahara Sand, and Starry Sky. Starry Sky, I didn't really realize. Did it say yes? Okay, so that's the paper. Here's the stamp set. To me, not that impressive just looking at the picture here or in the catalog. But very impressive when you stamp it. When I made these samples, it was the first time I had used it. And I was like, what? When it stamps so amazing. So it's awesome. I did forget to remind y'all that you have until Sunday to get this month's online ordering special. So you can have the class kit to make these 4 cards mailed to you. If you order $25 or more online by Sunday, the host code is right here on the screen. Whoop, right there with your $25 order. You do need to use that host code. 25, even if it's under 25, still use the host code, but you get the class kit with 25 or more. And then if you go 50 or more, you're also going to get the free adhesive back sequins. The only exception on that host code is when your order is 150 or more, don't use the host code. I will still give you my 2 gifts, which is the packet and this, and of course a PDF tutorial. And Stampin' Up! Will give you at least $15 in free merchandise when you go over 150. And of course, you'll qualify for Celebration products with that as well. So let me just show you real quick where that host code goes. Right there on the checkout page, you see the word checkout. Above it, you see add host code. Okay. So for these cards today, I used the Kraft note cards and envelopes. They're only $10 for 20, and mine is a mix here of packets, but you get 20 card bases of note card size in Kraft, 20 envelopes. I may have more than 20 here because I've just been making samples and not putting them in envelopes. 20 envelopes and 1 box. So I'm going to make the box first today. You will be entered to win this just by commenting on this video, even if you're watching the recording. So I don't know, 5 card bases there. So do comment. And if you share, comment that you shared. Okay, so I put this box together one time. So I'm about to do it a second time. And I remember it was confusing at first. And I'm not even sure if I'm folding the correct direction. So we're going to find out in a second. But then I figured it out and I was like, oh, okay, it makes sense. Basically, this smaller piece is the lid and this larger piece is the bottom. They're 2 separate pieces. Where's Mom? Okay. So I believe you fold in these sides. I'm going to crease these a little bit better. Of course, you can get out your bone folder if you prefer. Fold in these 2 left and right shorter sides. I hope I'm doing this right. Where's my box? I'm going to look at it. Hold on. Here's my my completed one. Okay, so, and I think these 2 side flaps go down next as I'm looking here and they're covered up, if that makes sense. Let me put this right here. Okay, so these 2 left and right small flaps, you're going to go down, and then that piece that's now the bottom will go flat against the bottom. Then we'll bring up the other side, the other short side that's on the long end. And it's going to sort of hold down the left and right sides for a minute. I didn't crease the right direction, so that's why it's giving me a little trouble, but I don't want to take the time to open it back up. Then this largest piece comes up and over, fold on all the score marks, and there's 2 little tabs here that there's little openings, inserts that they get tucked into. I hope this makes sense. There's always replay. And that's it. There's a lid. I'm sure if I had made more than 1, it would be quick and easy for me, and I wouldn't have to remember all that stuff. And then the bottom, I think, is basically the same deal. Yep, just bigger. So actually how you should be folding is like accordion, basically. It's gonna go that way, but hopefully you understand what I mean. And if you pre-fold the direction the stuff is supposed to go, it's going to be faster and easier to assemble. Like, don't fold as you go each piece, because then you get to a point where it's difficult to fold. Okay, so it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to bring left and right sides up first. Then bring the, I guess we would call this the front short piece, in and over and down. And then the back of the last very large piece. Hopefully that made sense. Then it's just a perfect little box. It's very sturdy because it's basically 2 layers by the time you do all that folding. There we go. That's the Kraft box. Now we're going to decorate it. So we're going to have, don't worry about the blend. It's just a color and embellishment. have a piece of the designer paper here. I'm going to start out with Rich Razzleberry. Felt like I was going to get something else. Oh, my embellishments, yes. So for all 4 of these projects, if I'm using ribbon, it's going to be this silver metallic edge cotton ribbon, which is like a vanilla sort of color with silver edges. And then I will be using the iridescent basic pearl jewels. Okay, so let me just do this, get this designer paper with. So this is 12 inches by 3.5 designer paper. It's a rich razzleberry color with just this nice pattern on it. The back is pretty flowers. And so for this one, it is a tight squeeze for sure. So I'm just wrapping it around from the front. I'm not too concerned with how, like if it's in the middle on the back, that doesn't bother me. Okay, but what I want you to see is that it only overlaps a tiny amount. It's less than the width, I should say, of your adhesive. Less than that width. Less than the width of a tear and tape. So I did not use tear and tape. What I did was I took my silicone craft sheet, and Stampin' Seal is a strong adhesive. So I used it, and I basically, you see the width of it, I hung it off onto my silicone craft sheet and only put half of the adhesive, so it would only be half the width. Maybe even less than half, actually. So let me just show you before I pick that up. You can see the adhesive on my silicone craft sheet versus what actually got on my paper. Now, because this adhesive is so thick and awesome, it did stick to my silicone, but it pulls right up. Not the way it would pull up from scratch paper or my table. That's the beauty of the silicone craft sheet. Love it. Usually it doesn't stick at all, but that was so much and so thick. Okay, so now I'll just wrap this around, back around. You don't want it super tight because you do want it to be able to slide off. But the reason I didn't want the adhesive going past that point was because then it would glue it down to the box, which I did not want. I want this to be able to slide off and on. Off and on. And now let's just decorate the front, which I am going to tie ribbon around that, which I did purposely to make sure this didn't pop open. Tie the ribbon around to secure it. So I'm going to set that there so I don't forget. But let's do our decorating. Our stamping is very simple today. And I don't know if my ink pads need re-inking. Side note. Because these are actually the projects from my Silver Elite event. So they received a bunch of gifts and this paper cut, die cut punched, ready for them to stamp and assemble, just like what I'm using today. And so, I don't remember where I was going with that. Oh, I haven't made these since I made them for them a couple of weeks ago. So I didn't recheck my ink pads. That was my point. So if I need to re-ink them, I'm going to grab the re-inker and do it now. But I'm just tapping this gorgeous flower, which I don't know what it's called, what kind of flower it is. And it's going to get stamped right on this piece of basic white cardstock, straight up and down. It stems with 2 different flowers. And look at how it stamps. I'll give you the measurement for this piece in a second. So it's distinctive. It gives you light and dark in one image, just from one stamping. And it's just gorgeous. Now, yes, you can make these 2 different colors using your markers. You can use sponge daubers and apply the ink to the specific sections, or whatever other technique you want. I did not do this on these cards. I wanted to keep them simple, so they are all stamped in only one color. Go down. Check your comments real quick. Oh, Oh, I was like, Robin, what are you saying to Robin Barnes? You're talking about that card I showed. I know, Terry. Very talented team. Very talented. Hey, Julie, no problem. Catch you later as well. Thanks for sharing, Facebook user. Janet, late to the party, no problem. Just in time, you might say. Linda got interrupted. Fix the fan that keeps the outdoor patio cool. Awesome, awesome. Annette, I'm so glad you asked if I have a video that shows how to re-ink. I just made one for TikTok, and I can't remember if I posted it yet, but I'll make a note. If I didn't, I'll post it today because I'm trying to build up my following on TikTok, and I have to post every day. So if it's not there, and by the way, there is a link to follow me on TikTok in this video up here for Facebook, down here for YouTube. And you can, I believe, click my link and watch my videos without having an account because one of my team members did that. So it's so funny that you asked because I just did a video on that. I filmed it yesterday. These TikTok videos are very quick and easy to film. So it's maybe 30 seconds or less. Okay, 2.5 by 3 3/4 on this white. And then it's going to go on a 2 3/4 by 4-inch piece of rich raspberry cardstock. And then I have this die cut image here. So for my cards today, my projects, Wonderful World is a set of 3 floral images with a stem and flower all in one. I don't know what this kind of flower is that I just stamped. If anyone knows, it's really pretty. And then there's 2 different leaf stamps, a single sort of long skinny leaf that's more like, I think this is an iris flower, and it's more like that leaf. And then one that's more like the one for the roses, and it's 2 little, like 1 little stem and 2 small leaves on it. That's the whole set. There's no words. So to have greetings on my projects, I pulled in the Nature's Prints stamp set, which is a gorgeous stamp set from our annual catalog. And the dies that match that, the Natural Prints dies, have this gorgeous label die cut. So that is where I die cut this piece of basic white from, or the die I cut it from, I should say, for my greeting. Okay, so in Rich Raspberry, this box is going to say best wishes and happy thoughts in Rich Raspberry ink. So these projects are actually pretty simple, and I don't know, they're just pretty simple as far as you're not using a ton of ink colors, a ton of techniques. It's just like stamp and be done. I did use a bunch of dies though, like just to get shapes and stuff. I used a bunch of dies, so we'll see those at the time. Of course, you can just cut a square or a rectangle or whatever. Okay, so for this box, I'm going to attach my stamped flowers to my Rich Raspberry flat. I will attach, or no, I need to tie this ribbon around before I attach those stamped flowers to my designer paper. But I was going to say you only want to attach the stamped paper to the designer paper, of course, so that you can slide that off and on. I'm going to use reverse tweezers to make my bow over here to the right side of the front. I'm sorry, the left side of the front, but I always flip my project upside down to do that. So it looks like it's my right side now, because it's upside down. Reverse tweezers, you can get these now in our embossing additions kit over in the holiday catalog. And that just holds my ribbon for me while both hands can be free to tie my bow. And then, of course, adjust your bow. You can slide it left or right if needed. And I'm going to trim. Yes, I've lost one pair of scissors over here, so I got confused. Still don't know where they are. Anyway, I'm trimming the ribbon. Sorry. So now I want to see how far I need to scooch this ribbon over to be able to center this flower image. And I'm going to move it to the center, top to bottom also. So if you see what I'm saying, I'm adjusting the ribbon really far to the left to be able to center my floral stamped image there. And then I will use Stampin' Dimensionals. Grab my minis that I love. But actually, I can just do this. I just don't want to place them too high so that they will, if I did, they would stick to the box instead of only the designer paper. So I put 5 on here. This flower image is portrait. It goes right in the center. And then just a couple of dimensionals on the back of the greeting. And that goes down here and kind of covers up the stems. And there we go. There's our box, which will hold these 5 cards, by the way. The belly band will just slide off. By the way, don't forget, you can be entered to win these cards today. Comment, share, comment that you shared, follow, like, subscribe. Tell me you did all that in a comment. Thumbs up, etc. So there we go. There's our box. Let's make cards now. I am making 5 cards, so hopefully they won't take too long. This first one I think will take the longest because it's because I have to hand cut out the flower, but I'm not hand cutting out any other flowers today. So this card is going to match our box. So I have my Kraft card base. Don't forget, you do not fold into the valley. You fold into the mountain, the raised up part. And you can use your bone folder to make that crease better. But when you fold into the mountain, you get a really nice look on the inside. It does not look nice and perfect like that if you fold the other way. I'm just going to set that there. I have a scrap of white for my flower I'm going to stamp and cut out. And then, looking for my ruler, I have, starting from the back on this card, Rich Razzleberry 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. 3 1/4 by 4 3/4 to go on the card front. The next layer is a piece of the gorgeous designer paper. This side has a rich raspberry background, although to me it looks more like Blackberry Bliss, but it matches both, with small different kind of flowers all around, evenly spaced, very small flowers, like 1/2 inch by 1 inch. And it's 3 by 4 1/2. And then I have a piece to put my flower that I'm going to hand cut out on top of. This is basic white. Can't tell if it's upside down. It has been embossed with the time-worn type embossing folder, and it's 2 inches by 3 3/4. I believe all of my cards today are going to be portrait shape. And the time-worn folder, time-worn type, is that just an awesome embossing folder that kind of looks like a piece of paper that got wet, and so it bubbled up, but you can still see some print on it. It's really cool. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the same flower I just stamped on the box in Rich Razzleberry on a scrap of basic white. This card actually does not have a greeting. Let's see if I stamped one inside. Did not, which is fine. You could stamp a greeting on the inside if you want. Now I found a sticky note in there. I was like, what is this? It's just notes to Landa about cutting. Okay, so let's, oh, I forgot the pearls on here. Forgot the pearls. I'll do that in a second. No dies, hand cut. Grab the readers. As I mentioned, this is the only one I'm hand cutting out, so I don't feel too guilty cutting in front of the camera. When you hand cut stuff out, piece of paper is kind of large. You want to make cuts as long as you can before reopening your scissors, and you want to cut as high up, like open the scissors as big as you can. That's why our paper snips are awesome. By the way, they're in a lot of the tax-free weekend sales. But when you do that, when you open it really big and cut there instead of at the tip, you get smoother cuts, smooth. And I mainly hold my right hand, because I'm right-handed, stationary, and move the paper with my left hand. So see how I'm turning the paper instead of turning the scissors. And again, that gives you smooth cuts. You don't have to cut as detailed as I am, but this flower, whatever it is, has pointy petals. I don't really know how to describe it. It has 2 blooms on it, like one, 2 stems, bloom on each one. And it's really pretty. With the little petals that are coming off, like a lot of individual petals, they're pointy. So I'm cutting around the points, but you don't have to cut that detailed if you don't want to. But somebody's going to win this card, so let me cut it detailed. Of course, don't forget this whole deal, the stamp set and designer paper is free with purchase, but only while supplies last. Of course, I have no clue if they're running low on any of this stuff. I haven't seen anything yet, but we didn't really know about the note cards. They just sold out, so who knows? La la la. What else to say about hand cutting? If I look over to see if you guys have questions, then I'll have to stop cutting because I won't be able to look at my paper. This is where it would help if my iPad was down right here. But I did just see Lise came on. Hello, Lise. Good to see you. Almost through the incredibly detailed portion of this. Definitely would not normally use such a large scrap because I'm wasting so much paper. But I just grabbed one for the video. I just grabbed one from my stack over sort of my tub that has white scraps in it, instead of cutting it down to a more manageable size. But yeah, I don't usually waste paper like this. See if I can see any more comments on here. Ann, good morning. You shared. Hello. I'm glad you guys love the box. The only thing I mean, it's fine, but I wish it came with like 2 boxes at least. Because I made the one sample for my team, and then I was like, I need another box for this video. Dang. So I had to borrow it from Landa, which I will replace, but this is technically Landa's box. Because it just comes with one, but they're literally only $10. So that part is really cool. Like $10 for 20 cards and envelopes and the box. So that part's cool. Okay, so there, I can't remember what I'm supposed to do there. There's our hand cut out flower. So now we're just assemble. Simple. We're going to attach our designer paper to the rich razzleberry. Normal borders here. Then that gets attached to the card base. Then the flowers will be attached to the embossed cardstock with dimensionals. The hand cut out flowers. Just spread some dimensionals around there. I'm not going to worry about the stems. I don't stress about that kind of stuff. Just kind of straight up and down with these flowers. Look how gorgeous. OMG. And then dimensionals on that piece as well, on the white that I attached them to. So I'll just do like 5. I'm using my mini Stampin' Dimensionals, my favorite. Any size will work, of course. And that goes right in the center. And then I need a bow with my silver metallic edged ribbon. So I'm going to make a bunny ear bow, 2 bunny ears, lots of space in between. What the heck? Sorry, I saw something weird on my iPad. Lots of space in between. Each ear is in 2 different hands between my forefinger and thumb, and all the ribbon is flat. I have not twisted it and turned it at any point. Then I take right loop over left, push that right one down into the rabbit hole and pull. I have a video for this on TikTok as well. And a fork bow video on TikTok. I've made a lot of TikTok videos in the last week. But I think they're really helpful. I have one about how to ink your stamps. I have how to assemble. Oh, by the way, go check out the one about how to assemble your red rubber stamps. Y'all, it was mind-blowing when I found this trick out. So go check it out on TikTok. And if you'd like, please give me a follow and like a video or something. But yeah, just check out those videos. Okay, so I have a bow that I made with my ribbon. Let's glue dot that on. Look, I keep going out of camera today. I'm going to put this bow right at the base of the lowest flower there, kind of at an angle. And then my pearls, which I forgot to add on the first card. These are the iridescent pearls. They're so gorgeous. In real life, they're super iridescent. I don't think it shows on a video. You get small and large. This is multiple packs combined here. But you get small ones and large ones in the one pack. And you can color them, of course, with our Stampin' Blends. So for the box, I colored 3 small ones. Always use the fine point of your blend when you color embellishments. It will tear up your brush tip. It will not tear up this one because it's a really stiff, whatever material it's made out of. And you can go over your embellishment more than once if you want it darker. This is dark Blackberry Bliss. These are alcohol markers. That's why they color just like a Sharpie on plastic and metal and glass and all that stuff. And they dry extremely fast, but I'll let that sit for just a second since I'm going to also add pearls to this card. But I'm not coloring the pearls on the card. I thought it looked more elegant, not colored. I'm going to grab a large one up here in the top right section of the white, and then 2 small ones down in the bottom left of the white for the card. And then the 3, they're Blackberry Bliss pearls, but they're basically rich razzleberry because it's always going to come out a tiny bit lighter when you're coloring an embellishment. They match perfect. Oh, I was out of screen. There we go. Woo, woo, woo. Thank you, Pam. I know I really like this card. Let me show you the first one because my bow is has longer tails. I think it looks cuter. Same card, but longer tails. So, all right. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Jackie. Thanks for the hearts, whoever did that. I love seeing those come across. Okay. All right. 4 more cards to go. Oh, darn it. I am hand cutting something out on this one. Y'all, I'm a liar. I'll cut it as fast as I can. It's not stamped, though, so I forgot. Okay, this card. We have our card base, of course. Kraft note cards and envelopes. The next layer, which is the same size as the previous card, is Orchid Oasis. Then more designer paper on top of that, same size as this card, so you can go back and listen to that. Plus, I always put the measurements over on my blog post anyway. So this is an Orchid Oasis design with stems and 5 leaves on each stem going in an upward pattern. They're individual images side by side, basically. The back is the one that has the really big, large flowers that you can hand cut out. And then I have some circles here that are pre-die cut. One is Orchid Oasis. It's a sort of like a, it's not really scalloped, but it's a decorative edge on that circle. I'll show you that die in a second. And then a basic white circle from our layering circles dies. So that basic white one is the 1 7/8 inch circle from layering circles dies. We've had those a really long time, so layering circles. But then the decorative one I used, instead of using a scallop, which you could do from layering circles, I used the all that dies, and there's a decorative circle in there that like embosses and gives that edge. So that's that one. Okay, so on my circle from Nature's Prints, I'm going to stamp You're on My Mind. In Orchid Oasis. Boom. Gorgeous. Love this color so much. Love Orchid Oasis. Did not realize that would be possibly my favorite new in color, but it is. And then Pear Pizzazz, there is that small flower, leaf image I told you about that kind of looks like the leaves from the rose stamp in this set. So it's a little double leaf image. And I'm going to stamp that in Pear Pizzazz ink, hanging off. I'm stamping it at the edge so that just the leaves go onto the circle, top right and bottom left of the greeting. Just so it wasn't such a plain white circle. Then I have to hand cut out. So where is it? Here's my used pack of designer paper. The one I showed earlier was brand new. And from this sheet, I wanted this flower that is Orchid Oasis in color. I do not know what kind of flower it is. Ooh, there's that one too, but I'm going to do the same one I did before. So this sheet is a white background, and then it's these really large flower images, each individual, just like the stamp set. So there's like this little grouping here that I'm doing. I don't know what kind of flowers these are, but there's 2 of them, stems, little bud. Then there's all these other just standalone big old flower, all kinds of colors and all beautiful. And you can use it as a big background or cut them out, whether it's individually or I don't know if you do a shape, but whatever. Do whatever you want with them. And what I was going to say. Oh, Mary Ann's swap card. Where I put those. I showed it earlier from our Silver Elite dinner. Her swap card had a hand cut out flower from the designer paper. It was really gorgeous. Okay, so I'm cutting this out just like I described already, but I'm going to try to go quicker. And yeah, that's it. Just same tips as before. While I'm cutting, I'll put this sheet here. I can kind of see all the different flowers. I'm not sure. I know there's 2 of this one. Yeah, there's not 2 of every design because like here's this one. You only get like a snippet of it down there at the bottom. So some of them there are 2 and some there's not. Anyway, just let you get a look at that. But there are 2 sheets, of course, so that was just talking about one sheet of paper. La la la. So if you are a demonstrator, I'm curious if you're planning to go to on stage with Stampin' Up, wherever, whatever location. I believe a lot of people on our team are going. I know a lot of us are very excited about it. I kind of had wanted to go to California, honestly, be able to go to Disneyland, which I've never been to, but decided to save money and go local. Arlington is not far from me at all. And then I can be with more team members. And also then that allowed me and Alejandra to do our event. So I kind of wanted to go to California. We in my team, we like to turn the Stampin' Up events into a mini vacation. We've gone to New York. We're going to New Orleans for a leadership event in August, but we've gone to New York, Florida multiple times, all kinds of places. All right, I got it cut out. Woo. Okay, so now I can assemble this one. Quite a mess today. Let me attach my circle to my circle. Attach the designer paper. Oh, and if you didn't notice, I die cut that orchid circle out of this orchid layering piece because no one's ever going to see that hole. So that's a way to save paper, not be wasteful. And I'll attach this orchid to the card front flat. Grab my silicone craft sheet and add adhesive to the hand cut out designer paper flower. Just little snips of adhesive here and there. You don't need to you don't need to cover the whole thing. But this adhesive is very sticky, so if you stick it to your finger and then stick another part to your other hand, you may rip your project in half, your paper in half. Whoops. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. Dimensionals on my greeting. Can't believe I did that. I'll just do 3 like a triangle here on this circle. Flower went more to the top and right, and greeting bottom left. Another bunny ear bow. Or you can tie a regular bow, whatever you like, but it doesn't matter. But for me, bunny ears work easier. Make this bow the loops a little smaller than the previous one. By the way, my team who earned this event got the PDF tutorial for free. Where's my glue dots? I have this bow down here on the circle up to the right bottom of the circle. And then just pearls. And I think this card is done. Card 2 out of 5. So let's do a large pearl, iridescent pearl. And then a couple of small over here in this top left section of the designer paper. Here we go. Card 2. This will make a great gift set, by the way, to, put the cards in a box, put the envelopes in there, of course, and give to a friend. Okay. Now we really are done hand cutting out. This card, we have a designer paper, a piece of designer paper as our main focus in the background, no cardstock. So I should know this measurement by now. 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. And this is one, it has the Pear Pizzazz and Mossy Meadow on the back with little bitty leaf and stem combos. And then the other side is the Orchid Oasis and Rich Razzleberry colors of main colors of flowers with the green stems, but there's some white flowers with yellow centers thrown in as well. Small format, a small scale, I should say, flowers with they're overlapping, so they're not singles like a lot of the sheets in this set. They're overlapping each other. Okay, and then I have another little skinny strip. It's 3/4 of an inch skinny by 3 1/4 wide, so it's the same width as this piece, and it's actually the same design, but I'm going to use the back side that has the greenery on it. So it's 3/4 of an inch, and it's just going to go across the center there. Then die cut, I have from the same All That dies that I got the scallop circle. There's a rectangle in there, so I cut that out of basic white. It gives you a beveled edge when you cut it. It's really nice. And then from my old favorites, Scallop Contours dies, the third from the largest in Orchid Oasis. Just for scale, this white piece is 1.5 by 2.5. Yep, 1.5, 2.5. Okay, so I'm going to grab my scratch paper. And this image is so gorgeous when you stamp it. This is I believe that's an iris stamp, or flower, I should say. We're going to ink it up in Orchid Oasis. Tap, tap, tap. Don't press hard. Y'all know the deal. And straight down on this white piece, straight up, OMG. You must have this stamp. Look at it. Look at the detail. Light, dark, all in one. It's so gorgeous. And I think it looks fine all being orchid. Like, who cares? And then I wanted a background on my rectangle, my scalloped rectangle. So in the Nature's Prints stamp set, there is a splatter image. It's a nice like paint splatter with some really large splotches and some small ones. So I'm going to ink it in Orchid, stamp it on the scratch paper, and then stamp it onto my project. I'm going to do that just several times, going off the edges. That's why I grabbed my scratch paper here. And it looks awesome. So it just fills it in with the background. I really wanted to splatter ink on it, but I didn't, like actual splatter, but the stamping was definitely perfectly fine. Let's assemble. I have my strip of designer paper across the center of the other designer paper. Attach that designer paper to the card base. Let's see how y'all are doing, by the way. Cuteness overload, Cheryl. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad. Let me see who else. Pam, I love this card. Thank you, Lee. So pretty. Colleen shared. Thank you. Hey, Diane. Oh my gosh. Terry. Yes. I'm glad I sold it to you. But I also didn't really love it. Hey, Betsy. Good morning. Did not love it until honestly, like I was just using these for the team thing. I was like, this would be a good set, you know, give them a set of cards. They can use it in their business however they want. I messed up. And then when I literally put it ink to paper, I was like, I was wrong. This is amazing. And I think even sometimes when you see other people's samples, you still don't see until you are in real life stamping this. Okay, I messed up. I peeled off that strip of designer paper because I was supposed to put my stamped scallop rectangle first and then the strip of designer paper across the middle. It's more interesting that way. And it goes across the orchid piece as well. Pretend it's glued really well. There we go. It's going to look better. Then behind this flower image, I'm just going to wrap my ribbon back and forth and create that look, whatever it's called. So let me add adhesive now that I've measured that. Ran out of adhesive. I have to go get a refill from the table. Hold on. I'm supposed to keep a refill right over there, but I did not. Oh. Okay. I grabbed two so I can put one in my container over here to not interrupt my videos. So of course our adhesive is refillable. You don't have to tear this, by the way. It's pointless because it's not glued at the top. You just open the little Ziploc thing. Anytime you change our adhesive, make sure you clean out any excess adhesive from the opening there with your hand from both sides. And then, of course, you just load it in. The holes align. This part is trash. And it will be not sticky right there at the edge. You have to advance it a little bit the first time. Now it's on my fingers though. Hold on. Okay. And I will be able to modify this ribbon if I don't like how I put it on here, basically. But I like to do it from the front. Apply the ribbon while I'm holding the design facing me so I can actually see how the ribbon's going to look. You can't tell from the back. See, the back looks terrible. Front looks awesome. So do it from the front. You can always pull it off and adjust it if needed. And then I will add dimensionals. This card doesn't have a grading either. I'm going to look and see if I stamped the inside. I did on this one. I think I forgot to tell the team though. A heartfelt thank you on the inside. I'm scared to stamp it now. So I added dimensionals and then that flower just goes right in the center. This is my favorite one of this set. This is my favorite one. I love the colors, I think is why. The orchid. So pretty. So pretty. Okay, two more. Oh, by the way, don't forget on my blog, the recipe cards will be there today at 11 a.m. Central. I'm in Central. And they're printable or you can just look at them online. It's not a step-by-step instruction. It's measurements and supplies used. And if you ever see errors on those, let me know and I can fix them and then it'll update it automatically. I create those on mystampinstuff.com. If you have any questions about that, let me know. Okay, now we're going to do a Melon Mambo card. Exciting. So we've got our 3 1/4 by 4 3/4 Melon Mambo cardstock, which you can see I've die cut an oval out of. There it is. Can't pick it up. Then the designer paper next, 3 inches by 4 1/2. And this is a Melon Mambo piece with little tiny sort of diamonds that are very tiny and in an irregularly sprinkled all over. The back is the one that has all the single small flowers that you can die cut them out with this oval, by the way. We're doing that in the team meeting with this oval die that I'm going to show you. Or hand cut them out or whatever you want. They do fit this oval die. Side note. That is the Fabulous Frames dies. And so what this die does, and I believe what these 3 frames in it do, is they cut the outside and the inside at the same time. So you cannot cut them where they stay together. You'll get the smaller inside oval and the frame oval that's super embossed, and you know, there's like dots and lines and all that stuff, beveled and all that. So there's that. So I cut a white one and a melon one. I need the white solid oval and the melon outside, so to say, the frame. I do not need the white frame and the melon oval. So those will go into a stash to use for a different project at another time. So on this one, all I have to do is stamp the gorgeous rose image. This oval is only about 2 inches, 2 1/4 inches tall. So that tells you kind of the scale, like the size of these flowers, these two smaller ones. Anyway, this rose one is so pretty. I think it's a rose anyway. And it fits right in that oval. And I'm stamping it in Melon Mambo. And again, oh, you should be amazed at how that image looks. Oh, I forgot. I stamped directly on my designer paper, which always terrifies me, my greeting, which says, "Hello there," from Nature's Prints. So that's going to go in the bottom right-hand corner in Melon Mambo ink on the designer paper. Whew. It worked. Okay. And I think I'm using, yeah, I'm going to clean that stamp off right now because I'm going to use it on the last card, the hello there. The last card is probably my second favorite of these, which it was one of those that was kind of a disaster, and then it turned out okay when I was designing. Okay, so we're going to attach, looking at my sample here, the designer paper. This has ribbon going all the way around, so don't glue it to your card base right away. Attach the designer paper first. Then add the Melon Mambo frame. So I'll grab my silicone craft sheet, put some adhesive on about 4 spots on that frame. And the oval will go toward the top, centered left to right, not all the way to the top. Maybe that's a little too high. Hold on. Maybe like 3/4 of an inch from the top is a good description. Yeah, I like that better. And then next is the ribbon, which I need to grab more. I'm pretty sure I have more. I had a bunch of it due to, oh, it's a brand new one. It's fine. Due to over ordering for my team event. So brand new roll there. This one just has that. Okay, so this ribbon is going all the way around the Melon Mambo cardstock, over the melon oval, and it's going to get tied on the left in a knot. It's not enough room here for a bow. So we'll do a knot, but we still use the reverse tweezers. They make your life so much easier. So of course you can use those for a knot or a bow. And then we want this at the middle of the oval and all the way to the left of the card. And then dimensionals on my stamped, the white oval with the flower. I started to just put 2, and then I decided that maybe wasn't good. So I did 4 dimensionals. And then, of course, you position that oval in the center of the other oval. Add this to my card base. And add pearls, and we're done. The previous card did not have pearls on purpose, FYI. So I'm going to put 3 pearls, a large and 2 small, down in the bottom left corner where there's nothing, to balance it out. That's it. Card number 4. Don't forget to comment, share, comment that you shared, like, comment that you liked, I mean, whatever. Like, tell us all the stuff you did to get entered into the drawings to win these 5 cards and a box from today. Okay, last but not least, so saffron is our main color here. So we used a lot of colors because of the designer paper in these cards. Of course, we know about the card base. Now this one, because of what I did on the card, I had to modify the size of these 2 base pieces. So I have a piece of the designer paper, which is So Saffron with dark So Saffron stripes going one direction on the card. There's a thick one and a thin one, thick, thin, thick, thin. But the thin one is probably 1/8 of an inch, so they're not super skinny. I mean, like it is, but it's not like a pinstripe. That's it. The back side is sort of mossy meadow with lots of overlapping small flowers in all the colors. So that piece is going to be the 3 1/4 by 4 3/4, this designer paper. And then I wanted to mat that with So Saffron cardstock. So that's going to have the tiny little border. And when I put it on the card, there'll be a tiny little border. And that piece is 3 3/8 by 4 7/8. Then I have 4 white squares. I think they're 1 1/2. Oh, yes. Oh, sorry. I have 4 white squares. They're 1 3/8. 4 of them. And then 4 So Saffron squares that are 1 1/2. So again, when I glue these together, there's going to be the tiny little border that will match that border. So on these 4 squares, I love this card so much. Let me grab my scrap paper again, which I can't keep a hold of today. We're going to stamp 1 of each flower, same colors as before. I just had to clean the greeting, the hello there, because I do want it in a different color. But the flowers are the same colors as before, all 3 of them. So melon, orchid, and razzleberry. These are tiny little squares, so we're just going to get a portion of the flower, of course. I still always ink the whole thing because you always are going to catch a part you thought wouldn't be on your paper, but it is, and now it's not inked fully, so just ink the whole thing, it's fine. So just a little section of the flower. Isn't that gorgeous? And then my orchid one, so pretty. And then melon. And then hello there in Pear Possess. Another tip, this is random side note, when your ink pad is starting to look dry in the middle, I don't know if you can see that, it's a little light in the middle, and you have a small image, just go to the corners. That's where all the ink is because you've been stamping right in the middle. Okay, so hello there right in the center of this square in Pear Possess. Lantana is what Janet's saying for this flower. I'm assuming it's this one. Janet, maybe. Y'all know I don't know my flowers, so is that Lantana? Thank you, Janet. If not, I'm sure it looks like that. I'm glad, Darylyn, you've been looking for inspiration for this stamp set and DSP. I hope it helps. It's really fun to work with and so pretty. I mean, literally fun as in when you stamp it, you're like it makes you feel like you're the artist if you're like me and completely so not artistic. But it's like, look what I made. Because technically you did make it. So yeah, it's very exciting. I'm just attaching all 4 white squares to the 4 saffron squares. Flat. Yes, they're all flat. And on the card, they're all going to be flat except for the greeting, hello. So I'm just going to put my dimensionals on that now so I don't forget. And then don't attach this one to your card base yet either, because we're going to tie ribbon around it as well. My hands are very sticky with adhesive today, or at least on this card. So I attach the designer paper to the So Saffron. Then I'm going to wrap the ribbon around the bottom and make a bow. So toward the bottom, bow on the left. Because this one is a bow, using the reverse tweezers, I will turn it the project upside down so that my bow comes out right side up. Another trick on bow tying is just don't be twisting your ribbon. Keep it flat. Every move you make, don't turn and twist it. Anyone who just came on, don't forget to go check out my TikTok videos. If you would like, you can give me a like, follow. I guess it's a like and a follow. I don't know, whatever, on TikTok. I'm trying to get followers, but you know, whatever you want to do. But even if not, just check out those videos because there's lots of helpful tips there. And they're really short videos. So, okay, so I put adhesive on my 3 flowers because I want them flat. And I'm going to try to loosely place them on here in case I want to shift them around. So I'm not going to press very hard. It doesn't help that my fingers are so sticky. See, that's too close to the edge. So I know you probably cannot see that because it's yellow on yellow on yellow. But if you were up close, you would agree. I just want to be able to shift these right now to basically center the 4 squares within each other, but toward the top here. Okay, I think that's good placement. So I'm going to press those down and then just add my greeting, which is the same placement, just it's on dimensionals. It's coming out gorgeous. And then I'm going to add pearls, 2 small pearls, iridescent pearls, right to the top right on the greeting one. So on that white piece. Oh my gosh, so pretty. So maybe this one's my favorite one, but I think the purple one is. But when I look at this one, I think it's my favorite. There it is. Oh, bring it in close with those pearls, with everything. I love it so much. Okay, so look at all the projects from today. I'm going to pull the best ones over here, and those will be the ones for the prize, which I'm going to do the one that's already stamped on the inside on that one. It's like reject. I don't know which is which there. 5 cards with our Kraft note cards and envelopes and a box. Yes, let me pull my camera up or something. The cards do fit in the box, of course, because it was made as a set or a kit or whatever by Stampin' Up, the note cards and envelopes. Only $10 for those note cards and envelopes. If you guys have enjoyed it, yay, Terry, thank you for joining my TikTok. You're so nice. I appreciate that support. Literally, even if you guys don't stay a follower, it still helps me. So Terry said, did I mention bingo? I have not decided yet, Terry, but it'll be in my August newsletter. So I have to decide by then, but I have not decided yet. I did decide a bunch of other events yesterday, though, so hopefully it shouldn't be too difficult for me to figure it out. Cool, yes. Janet's saying that raspberry flower is lantana. Terry, perfect colors for spring and so cheery. Thank you, Terry. I'm trying to go backwards here on these comments. Elaine, you have to add that to your next order. No problem. I know these stamps really are, though, as you just said, beautiful. So pretty. Again, I think, my opinion, not as impressive looking at it here, but when you see a stamped image, let me see if I can find Mary Ann's card again. I can't remember where I set that stuff. I'm over here talking to y'all. I just kind of throw things. Oh, it's probably in this stack. And don't forget, hers was the only one that used that. Don't forget, if you're in my team, so here's the one Mary Ann did where she hand cut out one of those designer paper flowers like I did, but completely different card. But there's that So Saffron Stripes. She used the DSP in the background. Of course, this is a nice fancy fold. It's not difficult. It just requires some scoring and stuff. And I believe longer, oh, maybe that's 11 inches. Yeah, just an 11-inch piece there. But really nice card from Mary Ann in that team swap. So I didn't even have to make this, and I got one bonus of being in the team. And then for our team meeting, we have more gorgeous make and takes using this stuff. So you can still join. We have registration for the meeting, make and takes, through August 2nd, I believe. I think that's our deadline. Landa's cutting those now, prepping. Anyway, all right. Talk too much. Thank you guys very much. Thank you, Jackie. Great use of different. I know, Jackie, I did use a bunch of dies, didn't I? But you always want these like a circle or a rectangle or an oval, and you want it to be have beveled edges and stuff. So then you're always pulling out all your shape dies, or label dies, I call them. Thank you, Stacy. Glad you love all the cards today as well. Annette, thank you very much. Glad you're watching on YouTube. Thank you, Diane and Kathy. Yes, great gift, right? Just throw those envelopes in there, of course, which come with the set as well. So you can throw those in with your little gift package there. In fact, I'm glad you mentioned that because it made me think. I'm going to put these with my prize that I will be mailing to someone eventually. What else? Cindy, thank you very much. Glad you're over on YouTube as well. Terry, thank you for all those hearts. Kathy, thank you. Cindy, thank you so much. I can see Cindy copying these cards right away. She's always good at stamping. Ooh, Kathleen working on a fundraiser, gift basket for a fundraiser. Yeah, that would be a good thing to throw in. Beautiful hostess gift. Yes. Somebody wants to host, I'll give them one. Janet. Lori agrees it needs to be seen. Definitely. Ooh, thank you, Stacy. Follow me on TikTok. Woo! I'm going to see how many new followers I have after this video. Thank you, Carmen. Thanks, Kathleen. Thank you for sharing as well. Thank you, Sandra. Glad you like them also. Carol, thank you. When making cards for a swap, do you cut the pieces first and assemble, or do one at a time? Okay, good question, Terry. So probably different people do it different. But what I do, like, where's my swap? Just so I can remember exactly. When I made this swap, let me grab all these because, of course, I'm having trouble finding mine. When I made this swap, what I did, I basically gather all my pieces first. So I cut this white piece, the old olive, and the white card base, cut those, lay them aside. I stamped the lights, the poles, the trees, and the dog. I think we had to make 8 of these. So I stamped it for 8 cards on scraps, and then I hand cut around them and die cut them all out, as I've shown y'all in videos how I do that. I like to stamp, hand cut around, and die cut them out. Then I pulled out scraps and die cut all these pieces for the camper. Then I stamped Hello Friend. Then I had literally all the little pieces in their little piles, and I took them over to my desk where my computer is. This is if you want to know the literal process. And I started assembling one by one. And these cards had to have some things hand cut off. After I glued this tree, I had to hand cut off the edge. And after I glued this light, I had to hand cut off after it was glued down, because you want to do it from the back. So I glued every single piece to each card, snipped, glued it together, and put it aside, and then did the next card. But sometimes you will assemble one section of all 8 and then assemble the next section of all 8 and so on. So it kind of depends on how complicated your card is. But hopefully that helps. So I gather all my pieces. I do not make one card and then start over and make another card. That would take way too long. So you definitely want to do some kind of assembly line stamping with that. Okay. Let me see if there's any other major questions. Oh, Sandy, making the cards as I go. That is awesome. By the way, always feel free to post what you guys have made in my, I think on the videos, you have to do it as a comment after it's ended on Facebook, because I don't think you can post on my business page. Like, I don't think they allow that. But you could post over in the VIP group what you've made. I would love to see it. Or post as a comment. Yeah, we love to see your versions of whatever it is, a technique. I mean, it might not even be related to what I made. Okay, I should let y'all go. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Have a great week. Next week, I should be back live. Normal Thursday, 9 a.m. Central. The week of the retreat might be a different story. So I'll keep you updated when that comes up. All right. Thank you guys so much. I will see you later. Bye.